Aaron, you're always the first one to join. The point is to stall so we can have time to share it across.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, it's always Aaron the first one. It's like he shares it faster than anybody I know.
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry.
I was like, how did you do it so fast?
You're talking and I'm sharing at the same time.
You know what's crazy this time is that we've got like closed captioning. I've never seen that before.
That's a thing?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that we were doing that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, it always says closed captioning, but I can't figure out how to share this thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and act like it didn't happen.
All right.
I just shared it on my page, Kaylin, if you wanted to.
All right.
Look, but let's we have people joining now. We're up to 9, 10,000, 16,000.
10,000 people. Here we go.
10,000, 11,000.
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm assuming that's what that means.
It's just a blur.
All right.
All right. Aaron, you want to get us kicked off here?
Yeah, for sure. Hey guys, how you doing? What's up, Pete? What's up, homie? We're just here chilling tonight on a Friday night. It's the last Friday night we're thinking of, like the actual quarantine that we've been in for now. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll all get locked up again in a couple weeks. Who knows? Hopefully not. What's up, Vicky? Hey guys, but we wanted to say hello to everybody. Welcome to your Friday night with us. It is a special Mother's Day episode, so you're going to meet all of our mothers, and we're going to ask them some questions, some kind of funny, some kind of more juicy. We'll save the juicy ones more for your guys' moms instead of my mom. But yeah, it should be a fun night. Welcome, you guys. It's good to see you guys. And
yeah.
What
Quick
up?
shout out too. Happy early Mother's Day to all the mamas out there.
Yes.
Yeah, we love our
Cheers
mamas,
to you
right?
guys.
Absolutely.
If you guys have any questions for our mothers throughout the show, definitely don't hesitate to ask them. Just remember, it is Mother's Day, and we'll try to keep it as appropriate.
We're trying to celebrate.
Yeah, they don't know a lot of things about us, so let's just keep it to a minimum.
Right. So
I exposed myself last weekend.
How we're gonna do this is we're gonna bring two mothers in at a time, and then we're gonna rotate out once we've finished interrogating them. And without further ado, let's bring in Patty Schofield and
Patty.
Caitlin's mom, Patty Moore.
Hey.
There they are.
Hi.
Round of
Oh my
applause
God.
for the moms
Man.
coming through.
Welcome, guys. This is what it's like to be on the big stage. So
This is it.
There's
This is it.
a couple 100,000 followers.
Mom, it is okay to plead the fifth. Or, if they ask you anything and your signal for your Wi-Fi just goes out suddenly, like that's cool too.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Where is that button?
My laptop died.
Yeah, if you have to phone a friend, if you have to bring in a reaction, that's totally fine.
My mom and I already went over code words. I said, hey, if you say this, that means for me to move on.
Okay, Aaron.
That's
Thanks.
hilarious.
No, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get started here. We're gonna have Kaylin and Aaron both kind of interview their moms throughout this first part here. And if you guys have any additional questions or branch off questions throughout this process, feel free to put it in the comment section, and we'll try to get Kaylin and Aaron in as much trouble as possible.
Absolutely.
That's right. Oh man. Well, thanks guys for listening. This is Cool Story Brew. We did just release a new part 2 of our podcast this week, so make sure you do check that out. Spotify, everything, Apple, all the podcasts. We also have a YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. This is where we post all of our live streams. So yeah, let's get this rolling. So hey, Mom, how's life in Nebraska going?
Not too bad.
Oh, good. All right. So growing up, we're just gonna jump right in this. So I know that I'm a big troublemaker now, but when I was growing up, what's the most trouble you can remember?
Well, I was trying to think about this question, and I was either have blocked that out of my head, any trouble that you got in, or you were really good at hiding things from me.
I think it
probably was the case.
that probably was it. But I just think that I've never been in trouble. Like I'm just such a good kid,
Oh
right?
my
Well,
god.
man.
He was a pretty good kid growing up.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought we were gonna
Sorry,
get.
I didn't have
more
any.
heat on him.
See, guys, I told you all these things are
It was
true. Like,
easy.
All
And
right, all right.
Kaylin's asking some really safe questions. Apparently, that's
Right.
where this is gonna go.
He's picking and choosing.
if only she knew about the Basement Chronicles.
oh yeah.
He did keep his room really clean and
Oh
did
my goodness.
See, you
Cook.
just didn't know her good side. I know that she wanted my room clean all the time. I know that she wanted just like cook. If I cooked, I'd be fine. So if I just did all the good things, I think some of the bad things just kind of slipped away, right?
right. I
basically
forgot
raised
about those.
He basically raised Mr. Rogers. It's perfect.
I bet you Aaron has a different story though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask my mom the same question because that just I don't know if we want to have that in public right now.
Yeah, I think
Quite a lot.
My the question that I want to know the
Nervous.
answer to, the big juicy question that I want to know the answer to is, do you recall ever dropping me as a baby?
No, I don't.
I'm a good mom. I'm good. You could tell me now. You could tell me.
but would you admit it though? Is the thing.
Next question. Would you admit it?
Yeah.
Probably not.
We'll tell you what though, Aaron's got the most energy out of anybody I've seen. So something definitely happened. We don't know what it is. But,
Yeah.
and Ryan's not too far off. So it's
Right.
They both do. That's true.
that's why we
We
got
got-
double fisted you guys and just letting you
Right.
know.
Right.
You got the older sister in here saying otherwise.
Actually, your dad was reminding me of quite a few times, like the car incident with the tire, where you tell Dad that our tires were cheap. We had cheap tires.
Oh my.
She got some brimstones.
And then he made you take him to where you were, and he saw the skid marks.
Mm.
Okay, well, that was
And the curve.
that was an accident. I may or may not have lost control, and the tire popped, and it wasn't something that I had, I could control at that time. I was a rookie driver,
teenager.
and
Where were you going, or why were you going like that?
I was, there was a kid, and I was racing around the corner, and it just might have lost control for a sec, and
What car were you in?
I was in, I think I was in my Mustang, one of my Mustangs, and
Has to be a cool car.
I think I was in one of my Mustangs.
You
It
don't
was
remember
Jeff's
it?
fault, really. Jeff should have been like, "Yo,
No.
There we go.
You
I was
should
waiting-
slow
oh,
down.
you're gonna blame somebody.
you should slow down." And what Jeff said, as I recall, was, "You gonna let him do that to you?" And then that's about when it went south.
You
Jeff the
can't blame
enabler.
it on
I
Jeff.
love it. It does sound like something Jeff would say though.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure. Oh
And-
man. So Mom, so what would be the most proud of moment that you have of me?
Oh,
Single moment.
One single one. I have to
Yeah.
narrow it down. If I had to choose one, it would probably be you graduating from college, because Kalen went to a 2-year college, played baseball, and then he decided, I think I'm going to go to engineering school. And that was like starting all over again from
Yep.
day one. And so he transferred schools and got a degree in engineering. And he had a job like 6 months before he graduated. So I was very proud of that. I knew he'd be able to take care of himself.
Oh, that's a good one. See,
Beautiful.
you're making me look pretty good right now.
Aaron, I think we might need to check your audio real quick.
Do you have a vacuum cleaner in the background?
Oh, Miguel.
The live video.
No vacuum. No vacuum. Miguel's trying to clean up the restaurant right now, and it's.
Tell him you'll do it tonight.
No, Miguel, you'll do it tonight. Anyway, sorry guys. My Wi-Fi is messing up over here, so I can't see you guys, but I can hear you guys.
So we just went over the most proud moment that my mom has of me. Do you want to go for you?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mom. I'd love to hear this one. This is a question I can hear the answer to.
When you first held Ryan.
No, I can't wait to interview Darren's mom. I just can't wait.
With Aaron, actually, guys, there's a lot of proud moments that he's created for me. Probably one of the most is what he did for his grandfather, his tata, the parade he put together for him.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and that was just huge. But that's all Aaron,
Oh yeah, creative mind.
Aaron, you want to give a rundown of the parade?
Yes. Yeah, I can kind of explain or expand on that. My grandfather, my mom's father, my tata, he was supposed to be in the Veterans Day parade. This was how many years ago was that, Mom? Was that like 5 years ago?
2013 when he was supposed to be in the parade.
So my tata was like real smooth talker guy, really cool guy, but he was not somebody to like really go out of his comfort zone at that point in his life, at least. He had lost my nana about 8 years before this. So most of his life after he lost his wife and my mom's mom was really just between like our immediate family and being at home. And he has friends in his neighborhood where he lived for pretty much his whole life. Anyway, he was asked to be in the Veterans Day parade because he was a veteran. And we were surprised. My mom was surprised, really, because he had said yes at this doctor. Was it a doctor's office, Mom, that he said that he was invited or something like that? When was he?
No, it was just, we just arranged it, and he was asked.
Oh, okay.
And he actually accepted. So
yeah, which was surprising to us because we didn't think that he would want to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had got him like a veteran's jacket, and he had his hat that he wore all the time. It turned out he was in the hospital the day he was supposed to be in the parade.
To take him to the parade, we actually ended up having to call 911, and the ambulance came and took him to the hospital instead.
Oh, man.
So basically, long story short, he went to the hospital that morning. He ended up watching that Veterans Day parade on TV. And it was like, we were all super excited for him. We thought that this was going to be like an amazing moment in his life. And it was like, just ended up in the hospital. So about 2 or 3 weeks went by and it was bothering me. I ended up calling my mom and I told her, I was like, hey, I'm going to try to throw Tata like his own Veterans Day parade. We ended up pulling it off and like all these neighbors came, all my friends came. My parents rented like a Mustang with a convertible top, and he went down the block, and all of my parents' neighbors were outside waving. A bunch of them were waving flags. Yeah, it ended up being on the news. It was this crazy moment. If I had to pick a proud moment for myself, that would probably be it, because I know that was a moment that That's awesome. Had for himself, and that was like unbelievable.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
It was super beautiful.
Good choice, Mom. Good choice.
Yeah, that was a good one.
But I also love the video that he created for his good friend Sean Moncrief and for their wedding. And it was kind of one of these videos that he was putting together that they were going to show at the reception. And everybody was so nervous as to what he was going to include in this video, especially the bride, because no one had seen it.
Sean was my best. I was the best man at his wedding. He was really nervous at what I was going to show.
Yeah, I bet.
Once he showed it at the reception, everybody was in tears. It was so awesome, man.
Yeah, that was cool too. That was cool too.
Especially just where he is today, from where he started with his coffee cart, and now having an actual brick and mortar.
Thanks, Mom.
Right?
Thanks,
Good
Mom.
job.
Of course.
I'm about to shed a tear. Those are good. Those are great. Aaron, I think differently of you now.
I don't.
Nothing they say about me is true, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. All right. So, Mom, how about this one? So back in the day, you used to play baseball, football, basketball, pretty much all the time, right?
All of the
So
sports.
all of them. So did you ever get sick of going, say, in the summer? Drop me off to weight training, and then all of a sudden you'd have to show up at my baseball game, and then you'd show up at summer league basketball, and then 7-on-7 drills. Did you ever get tired of going to like my games and stuff?
I never got tired of going to your games. You probably don't remember when you were probably 10, around that age, having baseball practices for like 3 hours, 2-3
Was that
nights a
at
week.
the Air Force Academy?
Yeah, in Colorado.
Yeah, I
And
remember that.
I would sit in the car. Megan and I would sit in the car and wait for you. But those got long. But I always enjoyed every game activity, and I'm obviously not sick of it because I still go watch you play baseball.
Yeah, that's true. You do go to my adult recreational baseball
Kaylin,
games that I still have.
does your
I've
mom know
always
about does your mom know about our challenge this year for you on the what is it? Single A?
The single A?
Yeah. We're getting Kaylin onto a farm league team.
We're gonna make Kaylin try out for a single A farm league major league baseball team.
That's their challenge. I don't know.
We
if I'll
just need
accept
to know, Kaylin. We just need to know.
I know it would be good just to
Yeah.
like do it and then be like, yeah, I want you on my team, and then I'd be like, okay, I don't want to be on there, but I just want to know if I could do it.
Turn
They'd
them
be
down.
like, yeah, right. They pay like we pay like $200 a week, and I'm like, you do what?
We'll bring you sunflower seeds every week.
Yeah, right.
It's
Even
like,
though did you see the new rule that they're putting in a new rule that you can't spit sunflower seeds during baseball because it spreads COVID.
Oh,
said, good
my-
luck.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
No comment.
Good
That's,
luck with that.
what are we doing here?
I just saw that pop up today.
All right.
Go ahead, Eric.
Should we do one more from my mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't play sports, so it's okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
He did do basketball.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Keep going, Mom.
He did
Could
that
you
as
tell
a kid. So
Patty?
he was, yeah. He
Patty,
played.
I have a quick question.
Huh?
I have a quick question for you, Patty.
Sure.
Mrs. Schofield, sorry.
Patty.
It's gonna be real. It can be real quick. And Aaron, I don't want to take your
No, you're good.
your steam here, but Patty, could you explain this here? Could you just tell us what's going on? Because I didn't know if Toy Story was out yet or if he was big into the westerns.
I know. He just loved that. He loved to dress up in different outfits like that.
Oh my God. I hate when my parents say it like that.
You love to dress up.
What else did you
I
dress
had a
up
great
as, Aaron?
imagination, okay, guys?
Okay.
All right. What was Darren dressing up like a PlayStation 1?
And then him and his James Bond Jr. Oh my gosh.
Yo, I loved playing cops and robbers and playing cowboys and Indians.
Oh,
And like
that's
that was
cute.
like
Even
my-
as he grew older with his friends and then getting into my spice cabinet and
we
baggies
make-
of nose so they could do their little police stop.
there was a lot of sugar in bags being found in cars on videotapes, and we were remaking cops episodes is basically what was going on.
Oh, you and Ryan?
No, like me and Jeff and Sean and
you.
Beats. We have
Oh,
so many
man.
my parents got me a video camera when I was like 13. And so there's all these fake cops episodes, and like I would find like, bay leaves in a car and be like, "What is this, Jeff?" And it was like, oh, guys. The sugar was always cocaine. I don't think we knew what cocaine was yet, but this white
my
powdery
goodness.
substance, and we'd show my parents after, and they were just laughing so hard.
That's
Oh.
hilarious.
Oh,
But yeah, there was a lot of that going on.
Sorry, I just had to ask about that one. Aaron, sorry.
The Toy Story
steer
reference,
thunder.
Mike. Oh my god, I almost had to leave the live stream, dude.
That is pretty funny.
Mike's been saving that since you emailed it to him.
Oh my god, yeah, that one. I've just been itching to get that one up.
I thought that was Mike. Oh man.
All right, Mom. I'll ask you this. I'll give you an easy out on this. And the question is, were there any girlfriends that you disliked of mine? And you don't have to name any names, but maybe just say a number of how many you just were hoping didn't come back to the house.
Oh my god! Oh, I didn't think anybody would actually ask this question.
I knew I was going away from it.
Honestly, there wasn't any of your girlfriends that I didn't like, and whenever you broke up, I felt like I had to break up with them too.
That is the most
That's
mom
the best
answer.
ever.
Ever.
That was a good one. We prepped her well for that one.
No, man. That's just my mom being
And at
a
one
straight
time,
mom.
there was just so many Ashleys. I just got so confused.
I kind of had the same thing. So
Oh my gosh.
Ryan.
Yeah, there was a moment in time when I introduced my mom to a girl, and she goes, "You must be Ashley," and it was not Ashley.
That was really embarrassing.
Oh
my
man, that
goodness.
was the worst.
oh, that's awesome. Oh, well, right on.
Good answer, Mom. Man, my mom. It's like she had these questions beforehand. I swear to
Yeah,
God,
right?
I didn't give them to her. My mom,
we got
maybe
time.
my mom should have been in politics. I don't know.
All right, we got time for a couple more.
A couple more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about do you remember an embarrassing story that you can tell that won't embarrass all of my followers?
Nope.
Do it.
We need
Okay.
the most
All right.
embarrassing story.
I thought I would
Would
try
be-
to throw that in
I
there.
got one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
let her
okay.
go.
I mean, it wasn't. Is that my mom? I can't hear, but I can't see. I think that
We
was
can
my
end
mom
that- we
saying
can-
I have an embarrassing story.
We can end that. We can end this with both of them answering.
The most embarrassing for you guys? Can we say last week's podcast?
Oh my! What the?
Probably
What?
up there.
Oh,
Don't blame us. Blame the viewers for asking for
it
it.
was the drunken one, and I was eating dinner.
You what?
I was eating dinner, and you guys started talking about sharks. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably not a dinner conversation.
Yeah.
That's more of like a dessert conversation.
It's after.
So that was my most embarrassing for you guys.
Okay. All right. I like that.
I'll take that. Yeah. I'll take that.
That's a
okay
good
with
one.
Just mold us all into one. That's good with me too.
Caitlin, do you have anything that embarrassed you, like at school? Because I
Oh,
was
that's a
at
good
school.
one. Yeah.
I-
So my mom was a high school teacher where Darren, Mike, and I went to school, and it would always be embarrassing when like kids that always got in trouble, they wouldn't know that she was my mom. And so they'd be like, Mrs. Adams did this and she did this. And I was like, excuse me?
That's my mother you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I was like, that's my mom. I'm gonna go get Mike. he'll beat you up.
You know, Kaylin, that was good that your mom was there because we actually had Beats' mom. Who were,
Yeah.
we love that.
Oh my God! Yeah, no.
What were you saying, Darren?
Mom too.
I didn't figure out that was your mom till like junior year. I had no idea.
You didn't?
No.
But Mike, you remember business law?
I remember business law. Yep.
So Kaylin and Mike were in my business law class, and
Yep.
Kaylin always called me mom.
Yep.
So Mike goes, well, if Kaylin can call you mom, can we call you mom? And I was like, yes, of course you can. So I became the class's mom. I loved them all. It was fun.
Good times.
That was good.
Thanks for passing me.
Yeah.
Got the auto pass.
Yep.
She's like, well, if I'll make you a deal, I'll pass you if you are Kaylin's friend.
I was like, oh my
Needs them
god,
really
no.
bad.
For life.
I guess.
How about with the C? How about with the
Kaylin, what are you doing later? Let's
Right.
hang out.
Okay.
That's
Cool. Well, Mom, do you have anything that you want to close with?
I wanted to tell that story about Mike, but
Oh, that was a good one. Yeah. Oh, about Mike. Not even a story about me.
Oh, no, Mom, Mom.
no, Kaylin, you were just so perfect.
Yeah. See,
That's a
Mike,
good
and you weren't.
question.
So. Wait,
Kathy,
what?
we got a good question
That's
here
cool.
from Alec here. How did you settle on the name Kaylin?
Oh, that's a good question. If you don't know him very well, that's my maiden name,
Okay.
Kathy Kaylin.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I did
That's
not
all-
know that.
I didn't know that either. That's cool.
So
Kaylin
it's not
doesn't
like
really tell us things.
yeah, it's not like an Elon Musk thing where you just like throw some numbers out there or letters and make it stick.
Oh
not
my
all-
gosh, Kaylin.
Oh, big
Kaylin,
egghead.
looking like, oh my god, looking like a little Sammy Sosa, dude.
Looking like the Grinch as a baby.
Right? My head still hasn't gotten any bigger than that.
It's got,
Oh, dude.
it looks like it got more round.
Oh,
I think your ears popped out a little bit.
Coming
A little.
through with the faux
Oh.
hawk.
Good.
Gotta love the baby pictures.
No, that's great.
Mom, you got anything you wanna send us off with?
Well, just happy Mom's Day to everybody out there, and very proud of my son. And
Thanks, Mom.
I always love being around him.
Oh, that's a good picture of us.
Mhm.
Love
Nice
you, Mom.
fade.
Thanks, Mom.
Love you guys.
Yeah, thank
Yep,
you guys for joining.
I've enjoyed watching you guys.
Oh, thank you so
thanks
much.
for listening.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Happy
Awesome.
Mother's
Happy Mother's
Day.
Day. We'll see you soon. Love you,
Happy
Mom.
Mother's Day. See you guys.
Bye.
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 All right.
That was fun. I didn't
That
was
embarrass
good.
myself
That was
too much.
good.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
so
you took,
relieved.
Kaylin, you did a
I
good
know.
job of taking the safe route.
Right? I asked. I wrote down the questions that I wanted to know the answers to.
I think got my mom joining up now.
Awesome.
For those people that are still on engaged with us, thank you for joining. Special Mother's Day edition of the Cool Story Brew live stream. I think we're just waiting for Remy,
I just sent her
and
a text.
I see her on. There she is, and my mom is ready.
Ooh.
We are ready to go. All right, we are going to go live with the next set of mothers. My mother, Mrs. Hayes, and Mrs. Kramer. Remy.
There we go.
The great. Without further ado,
Mama.
welcome, ladies.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey.
hello.
I love it. My mom put her full name here. She put the government on there. So you just put your name. You're good to go. All right.
Oh, look at, I can see Michael in the background. Look at all them pictures of Michael.
Right.
No, I see it. She's
Yeah,
she's set.
K-State.
She's literally in a man cave that I wish I could have, but my dad just completely took over that. It looks like.
Awesome. Hi, Mama.
Everybody's got the,
Hey, hey.
the full got too. All right. Oh, did we lose Aaron again? We did.
Yeah, we did.
It's
Thank
his
God.
internet.
He's like,
This
Mama,
is where he needs to go.
All right. Well,
Perfect
again, thank you guys both for joining. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you were watching the first part of the show.
Of course
but,
we were.
Yeah. We're just throwing questions out there and getting the viewers to know you guys and then know us a little bit more by asking questions that will give some more detail into our upbringing on how we were molded and how we got to look as beautiful and act as beautiful as we do right now. As you guys can tell, I get my looks from my mother.
Hilarious.
We got
At least.
Mallory says hi, Mom.
Hi,
Oh, there
buddy.
you go.
Where's all right? I think well, we can continue without Aaron. He'll jump on. It's that Luana's connection, right? We got to get him that high speed internet. We're gonna
He
get
just
him.
he's just out.
We're gonna get him Google Fiber.
Right. Got it.
All right. Darren, do you want to start? You want me to start? How do you want to do this?
I can fire it off.
Yeah, go for it.
So we did. Kaylin, you did the proudest single moment. I know. Mama, what are you most proud of now?
I would say now, I don't know that I can identify like a single moment. I would just say that I am just proud of who you are, who you've always been. When I say, I'm going to get all choked up now. You have the biggest, I know, right? The biggest heart ever. You are loyal and passionate about your family. You adore your family. If anybody ever needed protection, I would say that you're the guy that would be the person to protect you. So you're just a good guy, just a really good person. So that's what makes me the most proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I agree with that. If I'm getting into an argument or if I'm going into a fight, Remy, I got to call Darren up. He's going to protect me too.
I am telling you, you need protection. You want Darren on your side for sure.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's good or bad, by the way.
All right. That's awesome though. That's great. All right, Mother, you're on the hot seat now. I'm going to piggyback off of Kaylin's question because I know that you and Dad were both at a lot of my games growing up, and I just want to know if you ever got really tired of going to any of my sporting events. I know that you're always there sitting in your folding chair eating sunflower seeds with Grandpa mostly.
No, I never got tired of going to any of them. And as you know, we started you at like 4, so many years. I will say there was a couple of times I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I get into? Like in the dead heat in July in Oklahoma, it was like 120.
With humidity.
Still heat, but
yeah.
I will say that I think I missed it more than I thought because literally after you stopped playing in college and stuff like that, that's when I had the empty nest syndrome.
Yeah.
And went back to military because I had to fill my time with something. So
I gotta do something. Why do I have all this time? I gotta do something.
Yeah.
Yes, it really was. So.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you didn't get bored of watching me.
Yeah.
You only had one way to go there. If you said you got tired of it, that would have hurt real bad.
It would have been funny.
Hilarious. That's funny. Okay, I'll shoot the next one. What is the most angry you've ever been at me? Like, what was your angriest moment?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Let me think about that.
I'll give you an out, Remy. I got a good one for Michael already.
Ooh, go for it.
No. Okay,
I can't wait. There's so many.
Okay.
It really isn't that there's so many. Part of it is I don't. I think I have a tendency to let all that go, right? Because that's the ugly part of it. So I don't like holding on to that. But I would say that my angriest moments with you overall really came from school, right? The angriest I ever was when you weren't doing your schoolwork or when you would do great on your test, but you wouldn't do your homework and would have to go to counseling. So just not living up to the potential that you had. I would say that was probably when I got the most frustrated because you should have aced every single class and you didn't. So that was probably the most frustrating is probably better than angry. Well, angry is probably a good word, actually.
I aced every test, though.
I know.
You
I talked
did
to him
ace
about
every
that the other
test.
day.
Yeah.
I was like, don't you want to go get your master's or something? He's like, nah, I just like to learn. I don't like school. I just like to learn.
Yeah. Darren is
smart.
brilliant. He has a gift. He's brilliant. But yeah, he just is not. He's brilliant, but not academic, right? So, yeah, for sure. I would say that was probably what caused me the most anger.
All right.
All right. We're gonna go to the next question then, real quick.
No.
Nope.
She said she had one for you. So we gotta...
Yeah.
Nice try, though.
Hurry up and get out of there real quick.
So the angriest I've ever been with Michael was me, Michael, his sister, and my girlfriend were on a trip to North Platte. We went to a lake, and Michael was throwing rocks at his sister. And he hit her in the head, caused a huge gash. We had to go to the emergency room, get stitches. But then this is where the real anger comes in. We literally are like, okay, we're going to go home. So we're all in the car. We're driving home. We're not like 10 minutes out of North Platte. And Michael proceeds to stick a kernel of corn in his ear, all the way down in his ear. So that it's hurting so bad that he had no choice but to say to me, like, I have a kernel of corn in my ear. We had to pull off the interstate and like find the pen, take the pen apart, and unroll the little spring thing and dig the kernel of corn out of his ear.
Mike, what sister did you throw a rock at?
It was Marlena. She still has the scar. Here's the thing. This is how I knew that. This is probably how she knew I was gonna get into baseballs, because she was easily probably like 50 yards away, and I was like, look at that jet ski, and I was like, dunk right in her head. I felt bad. I think.
No, you did.
But
it was, I think the whole thing was, we knew that was like an accident part, but to top it off, you're in the car, you decide to stick corn in your ear, knowing it's like a situation driving home anyway. I think that my friend and I, if we both, weren't, child abusers, Michael would have been beat.
Like, sorry, Chris. I thought that the kernel was
severely upset.
No, I thought that the kernel. I thought the kernel was going to come out the other side. That was my whole mindset, was that I'm going to do a magic trick. I'm going to have it go in one ear and come out the other. Turns out that doesn't happen. And I think, Mother, correct me if I'm wrong here. We got we took apart a pen and took like the springy part and like straightened it out and like just fished it.
Yeah,
Mike, you got that in deep.
In there.
Oh, it was deep.
And on the rock side, nobody wants to be on the other side of Mike's arm. I've never seen anybody throw anything like Mike can.
Yeah, it was major blood. It was pretty bad.
Oh my God, there's so much blood. How old was I? What do you think?
Oh, I want to say like 4 or 5. You were pretty little.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Marissa and Megan were hoping that you would say like 12, 13. No, I was young. Give me a break. Back off.
No, he was little.
That's hilarious. Mike, what was your next question, man?
Oh shoot, I thought maybe that was going to be like that. Let's see here. There's so many to choose from. I'm going to get just a little bit more into things that you want to do. What's a goal for you, Mother, that you'd like to achieve in the next 10 years, or what's your future biggest goal look like out there?
My future biggest goal, well, I have 7 years left in the military, so my goal is to make it that 7 years.
Oh, that'll be easy.
And retire out of that. I would say that's actually my next biggest goal.
I think that'll be easy for you.
That's a good goal.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
Yeah,
goal.
well,
Yeah.
Killing it out there.
And thank you for thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Looks like my mother's brother is chiming in. She's got some dirt. He's got some dirt on
Mother's
her.
brother.
Mother's brother. My mother's brother.
Hilarious.
My Uncle Jerome.
That's funny. How about you, Mama? What's your goal within the next 10 years?
Go within the next 10 years. I think there's a lot of things that I want to accomplish. I think one of them is to be healthier, right? To be able to do. Why are you frowning at me?
Kaylin's gone.
Oh,
Sorry, it wasn't you.
why are you frowning at me?
It's back again. People's internets.
Just to be healthier, to be able to do the things that's fun, hiking, biking, doing all those things. I would say in the next over the course of the next 10 years, right, to get to a place where I'm very comfortable with that. then really, I think based on what Anita said too, right, being able to retire in the next 7 years, just really setting up over the course of the next 10 years, what does that next step look like 10 years from now, right? Is it retirement for me? I'm not so sure. Probably not, but starting to prepare for that for sure.
You work too hard to retire, I think.
Yeah.
I can't see you sitting around and chilling or doing any of that.
No, I can't.
My mom would get way too bored.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. But certainly preparing for it, right? And starting to really think along those lines over the course of the next 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Nice.
My mom tried the retirement thing, and she bought like a beading kit. I remember that was hilarious. She bought like a beading kit, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna bead now." And I was like, "Yeah, right, mom."
Right.
I was like, "Yeah, make me a bracelet, mom." Yeah, like, okay, like, this ain't gonna work. Went right back to work.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
What is the what's the hardest and best part of being a mom for you two?
Two-parter.
For me, I would say that's a hard question. I think I'll start with the best. How's that? I think the best part of being a mom is it's like a gift, right? To me, being a mom is a gift. And it's like an ever revolving gift that you get. Some gifts are better than others, right? Depending on the time. Some aren't so great. But I really feel that. I feel that it's, as I looked back and it's just really cool that you guys asked for all those pictures, because I literally spent multiple days going through boxes and boxes of pictures and reminiscing with 4 kids back to back, reminiscing on all of those pictures. And it's a gift. It's incredible. It truly is. That's awesome. And Darren was the first.
Look at the mullet. We can go through those too. Look at that mullet real quick.
Look at that mullet.
Thanks, Mom.
Is he making chicken right there? Is he perfect?
And then after Darren.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's Marissa.
Darren, you're wearing some Jordans there too, right there.
Yes, sir.
Oh gosh. 93.
Then comes Connor.
3.
Connor.
Connor's a cool kid.
Yeah, and then there was Evan. Now Evan kind of got shafted on the pictures because all his pictures are on our hard drive and we can't get them off. So his pictures aren't quite right.
Hey, that's all
Sorry,
right.
Evan.
All the family trips you guys go on too. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and that kind of just sums it all up, right? Again, it's just it's amazing to watch where you start and where you all have become. So that's beautiful. Yeah. And then I would say the hardest part is finding the balance between when to Marissa.
Got it.
Of course, Boo. I think finding the balance between when you step in versus when you just allow the mistakes to happen, right? I think that to me was the hardest part of a mother, because you see it coming. And I don't want to say it's a train wreck, but in some cases it's like you're watching it, and it's like, do I stop it or do I just let it go? That's the toughest part, right? Train wreck. Funny. Stop, let it go. In most cases, I probably let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the learning experience of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And here we are today.
Yeah. I kind of like you guys.
We appreciate that. All right. Mother, you're up. Here's a new question though.
Oh, okay.
Is your son's me?
I was like, wait a second, what am I missing something?
What?
This might be a tough. Is my life now what you imagined it would be as I was growing up?
No.
Why?
No, I always knew that you would do well because you've always had that drive and passion. I think that really started I would say in junior high with select baseball. So once you started something, and I think you stuck through it, with everything. But I always thought, even after you graduated college and you worked with Huddle, I always thought you would do something, not necessarily professional sports you play in, but I always thought you would stay in the sporting world, I guess, if you want to put it that way. And
you thought I was going pro. You could just say it.
She's so disappointed in you.
The disappointment, is just high.
For all those injuries.
You got hurt, Mike?
No, never.
No, ever. Not ever. That's funny.
No, like I said, I just thought that you would always stay somewhere in the sporting arena. So.
Well, you still gamble.
Is this when you knew?
Oh, look at our matching outfits.
I'm trying to get
Mike, why are you so dark?
I'm trying to get these overalls.
It was summertime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happens to me
His
too.
birthday.
I'm trying to get these overalls in my size right now.
Mike, why is the back of your head so long, dude?
What is going on there, dude?
I think that's a shadow.
What the heck, dude?
You were 2 then.
2?
You were not even 2 there. That was March of 91. So you were 18 months there.
That's impressive.
That's your
March.
Easter.
Everyone's getting a peep show too. This is my friend. This is my friend Bobo.
That's the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
At a family.
That's why you like scary movies.
Hands down, the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah.
It actually spoke to him at night.
This is Mike.
That was Bobo the Clown. Michael had that for a long time.
No. And
This is when Michael tried to make me think that I couldn't do this because he said it was hard, and I didn't.
She did it. She thought I was joking.
Way
when
to
I
go.
said double. No, she thought I was joking when I said double blacks. She thought that wasn't a thing.
I didn't think it was a thing. You only hear about that in skiing.
Skiing.
So I had making
She
it up.
climbed all the way up Squaw first time.
That's just
Hey, that's hard to do.
Beasted it.
That's not like super easy.
Beasted it.
You'd be surprised how many people get stuck on that mountain, then we watch them get taken off on a helicopter on the evening news.
Yeah.
No, loved it. I will definitely be coming back to do more of that. Thoroughly loved that.
Yeah, next time we do this, we need to all be having dinner together, and we'll just that'll be great.
Everyone bring their entire families down. That's what we should do. We should do one big cool story brew family reunion with everybody's family.
Man, that would be like 50 people for real.
And that's just my family. So then
we saw everyone's. This was let's see here. Obviously, we have Kate's family. There's Meg.
There you go.
There's my egg.
Adorbs.
Another one here. That's a young Meg. Super
How long are your arms, Kaylin?
I think we have one here of Aaron's family. Obviously, we saw Darren's family of. Oh, it's just a big family.
Yeah, we needed 5 photos for Darren's family.
No, I like what Rick was talking about when we were going through photos, also going through the photo albums, reminiscing. Me and Mallory were sitting down here and it was like, oh, this one's awesome. This one's awesome. It was hard to.
Yeah. It's hard to pick, huh?
It is hard. Yeah. I think I irritated the entire family.
This is Aaron's family here.
Look at how big my arm was right there. It looks like Mike's arm.
Are you flexing?
Yeah.
I'm straight flexing. I'm flexing as hard as I possibly could in that.
It's a shadow.
This is how big. This is my melting pot here.
There you go. There you go.
Here. All the nieces and nephews.
Very nice.
Here and there.
Yeah.
And I got a wing in my hand. That just shows you.
Oh, you have to.
Mike at his happiest moment.
True love.
Mike was like.
That's
you want a
picture? That's the only way you're gonna get me to smile is if you put food in my hand.
That's funny, man.
What do you think, Darren? A couple more questions?
Yeah. Mama, we'll just follow up with Mike's question actually about where I am now versus where you expected.
I think that I don't know that I had an expectation plan for any of you. I think for me, the bigger part of it was, are you happy? Are you comfortable with where you are right today? Mm-hmm. And I would say if you had asked me this question and you still lived in Nebraska, I'd probably be surprised. I think the fact that you you took the leap, you moved to Arizona. I think you're living truly more of your best life, not 100% of your best life, but closer to your best life in Arizona. Then I would have to say, yeah, I think you took that chance to get there, and I think you're thinking in that direction now, and you've overcome the fear. So yeah, I would say that I think that I don't know if that I put an expectation on where I thought you would be, but I'm pleased with where you are today for sure. For sure, I think you're in a good place.
Nice.
That's a
Thanks,
big jump.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And you
I
three
think
have
they all
definitely
just
helped
really
that.
liked me. I think they all just really liked me. You know?
Yeah,
so
we were like,
You
oh,
think you're the
Aaron
reason
lived
they
for
just
the
there?
whole
all
thing.
needed to be closer to me.
We got to get back, get to whatever it takes.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Thanks, Aaron.
Mother, last question here. We'll wrap it up here, but kind of a fun one. If you could go back in time to one moment ever, what would that one moment be?
Back in time to like relive it or to change something?
She got deep
She's
with
trying
that.
to change your
She
life.
got beef.
She's trying to
All
change
how
your
about
life,
this?
Mike.
How about this? Open forum here. You can answer this
Right,
as
there you
however
go.
you want.
I would go back to my time in Germany in the military because I sincerely, that was the best time of my life to this day. The year that year and a half that I spent in Germany, it was just amazing. The people, the camaraderie, the things to go do. Obviously, I was young. I was only 19.
That's hard to beat. That would be hard to
Yeah,
beat.
you just have your whole. You just you're free. You're so free and do whatever you want to do, and every day was amazing.
Okay.
That's an awesome.
awesome.
That's an awesome answer.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. How about you, Mama?
I would. I don't know what the precise moment would be, but I would go back to when my mother was alive. Knowing what I know today, I would love to be able to ask her questions about her life, being more mature now. So I would definitely go back to a point when my mother was alive, and just be able to ask the questions and the things I think about today. That's what I would do for sure.
That's awesome.
Great answers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, cool. Those, you guys did awesome. All the moms did awesome here. Round of
All the
applause
moms
for
did.
that.
Round of
Round of applause for the
applause.
mothers here.
Yay.
You guys did good.
For the moms.
Yeah,
Big to
that
be
was-
on the spotlight. So
Yeah,
appreciate it.
you guys.
Thousands
Now,
of
what are you guys
viewers.
gonna do if all of a sudden your viewers are like 10,000?
We'll have you on every week.
Then we'll have you on.
We're working our way up.
Royalty, I guess.
Okay, we're working our way up, Miss Hayes. 20 today, 10,000 tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Cheers
you guys
to
for
you all.
joining. Cheers.
Thanks,
Happy
guys.
Happy
Cheers.
Mother's
Happy
Day.
Mother's Day.
On
Cheers
Sunday.
to
I'll
you.
tell you again on
Happy
Sunday.
Mother's Day.
Cheers
Bye.
to you guys all.
Love you, Mama.
Mother.
Love you.
Hey,
See ya.
bye.
Bye.
Bye. That was fun, guys.
That was fun as
I had a
shit.
blast.
What awesome moms we have. We have awesome
know.
moms.
That's why
How
we're
did
good
we get
guys.
so lucky?
That's why we're good people.
Now people know.
Yeah.
Now
I think
they
it's
know.
pretty
I don't
funny
know if
too. 'Cause-
they-
Go ahead, Kaylin. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know if like some of them lied a little bit, but that was like too good. Like
They made us. They made us look good. They made us look good.
I think it's just
Right,
funny,
hey.
like where you see, because I've never really met your guys' moms. Maybe Kaylin.
Yeah.
I met Kaylin's obviously, but I think it's just funny how when I hear them talk and I know you guys now, obviously like the similarities and like some of the characteristics are so like Darren and his mom are just so alike.
Exactly.
You know, it's so funny. It's so cute. Like, I don't know. I just love it. I just love it.
That's good. One thing that didn't get brought up though is that growing up, Darren and I literally lived like one street over, like 4 houses like up. We literally just,
Yeah.
like, cut across the yard and we'd be at each other's like house. Like I'd be over at their house all the time, causing ruckus and going through their pantry.
Yeah. I always wondered if
Eating
those
chicken
neighbors
wings.
got pissed at us for walking through the yard all the time. We just had that.
Ooh.
But yeah, in all the video game days down in the basement, man, that was just classic stuff came from that for sure.
Absolutely. We came up with this game where we would just literally throw a ball on top of the roof and you'd have to catch it when it came off and be off the ground.
In
So
the
like
air.
that tips. It was like tips, but like off the roof.
with whatever ball we could find too. It's golf balls or
golf balls are
Football.
dangerous. Golf balls are dangerous.
man, that shit was fun.
This was fun tonight.
Cool.
I was really happy with the way the moms all took the stage. They did a good job.
Me too.
Yeah, for sure. So Darren and Mike, so you guys are transitioning the whole Mother's Day not being around. Is that tough, or is that how you guys coping with that? Did you guys? Was it a big deal at the first place? Like usually Mother's Day is like a big dinner and like all this and that, and when you're 1,300 miles away, it's kind of hard to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've lived. They moved when I was 17, so it's been. Yeah. I've done it for 14 years now.
In the new reg.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, Mother's Day was a big deal, but it's kind of one of those things where you always celebrate your mom, and I think that's kind of what we did.
Right.
There's a gift and stuff here and there, but it was. You never wanted to put it on one day. You always wanted to do it always. So I think that was a big thing.
Right.
No, I was in KC for a little bit and like down in Lincoln, so I was still like drivable if like there was something big planned. But I think I do a pretty good job of just like sending things, just whether it's flowers or just something to let her know that I'm thinking about her. So it's Kaylin, especially online shopping is just especially now.
No, man.
So it's easy.
It's
just to send something and be like, "Hey, thinking of you."
So it's so great.
Just for
you don't even have to. You don't even have to like get it to your house and then you go to USPS or UPS or FedEx or anything. Like you just type the delivery address and then you're like, "Yep, it's you got it."
Yeah.
Can you guys?
That's the best.
Can you guys? And I'm hijacking this question from Kaylin. But are there any like funny gifts or outside of the traditional, like whether it's like taking your mom out to dinner or giving her flowers? Is there like a gift, even like let's say even like for a birthday? Is there a gift that is kind of funny that you could tell that they looked at it and were like, "Oh, thank you, I love it," but you could probably tell it. You come back the next year, they haven't used it, or
right.
Is there anything like that?
I don't know. Go ahead, Caleb.
Okay, I was gonna say. So I could think of like little things. So I was really bad at being like, I like that, so I'm gonna get that and see if you like that, right? And then if you don't like that, I'll use it. Right. So like I think I got
Patty. Sorry, Caleb. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just reading
that's a good one.
Patty's comment. Thanks, Patty. Absolutely. I
you.
agree with that. Lots of family involvement
bye,
for sure.
guys.
Bye, Miguel.
Hey, bye, Miguel.
Aaron, you froze
so
again.
It'd be like a pan. Like I don't know if she wanted a pan, but I wanted a pan, right? So things like that. Like Bud Light glasses. She doesn't need a Bud Light glass. Things like that. Socks, just random stuff.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Huddle shirts was always my go-to when I was making very little when I first started working there, and those were my gifts. Like, you guys want Huddle shirts? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, you basically just grabbed. I have a couple still too. You basically just grabbed them off the shelves, right?
No, we had to pay for those.
Oh, but it was like $6 or something, wasn't it?
We won't talk about the price.
Yeah, Mike's like, it was actually $24.
And Huddle's still making money off of those, so I'm not going to put anybody. I'm not trying to get sued. Shout out to Huddle. It's all love. It's all love.
Hilarious.
I got my mom a salt block, like that you can put on a grill and like cook meat and stuff on. And I swear they might have used it one time because I like came back and it was like untouched. And I was like, it's too salty or like something.
It was outside in the rain all melted.
I bet you they either threw it away or it's still sitting like in the back of the Lazy Susan or something.
Right. That's hilarious.
What about you, Darren? We lost Aaron again.
Yeah.
We're getting him Google Fiber. That's what we're getting him.
Right.
Hotspot.
Right.
Luanas. It'll be an investment for Luanas.
My mom's always super hard to buy for because she's like, oh, I don't know. So we would all just pitch in, kind of get one big gift.
That's a good idea to do, especially when you have like siblings.
That's what Megan and I did this year, and we got a good one this year. She doesn't know yet. But
same. But yeah, it's always been like AirPods, and iPads, and
I was like, what's an AirPad?
Yeah,
It's like, it's an AirPad.
that could have gotten weird. No, see, I'm just not on the Apple life, man. But it was always big stuff, earrings, or like nice earrings and stuff like that. We'd all just pitch in for one big one, typically. Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. I thought we were gonna get Aaron on here, but I think that we're good, guys. This was awesome to get our moms on, and get a different angle with Mother's Day coming in, and who knows how much longer we're going to be able to do this on Friday nights if they start lifting things and whatnot. But
they did so good. Shout out to the moms.
Yeah, they did a great job. They did a great job.
Great.
Yeah,
no. They're naturals. That's where we get our naturalism from. It's our mothers.
mothers and alcohol.
All right. Any send-offs, boys? Final words before we end the broadcast.
Just our normal stuff, man. Stay safe. Shit's still real out there. I know everybody's coming out of stuff, but stuff's still happening. So do your thing. As always, you can check us out on all platforms. As Kaylin said a little bit ago, we're everywhere stream-wise, our podcasts, and this will be up still on YouTube within the next few days, and then this will always be up on Facebook, so you can always come check us out.
Absolutely. Kaylin?
Heck yeah. No, guys, thanks for listening again, and moms, you did great. Happy Mother's Day. Like we said earlier, Cool Story Brew. Check us out on everything. If you did get released to go back to work due to the COVID, make sure you check us out on our podcast on your way to work and home from work. Radio just gets boring. I know 6ix9ine just got released from jail and got a new song out. Drake got a new song out, but still, we're way more fun than they are to listen to on your way. You can listen to them at the gym or wherever you want. But thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Aaron, you want to send off?
Coming in at the last second.
I don't. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we got you enough for a send off.
I am so sorry, guys. My computer is acting a fool tonight. I don't know what these guys said before this, but what I do want to do is thank all the moms, not only for tonight, but just for raising 3 guys that I love to the core, and just so happy that I have these guys in my life now. You guys are gifts to my life, and I have your moms to thank for that probably the most. So I'll say that. I'll say Happy Mother's Day, and I hope everybody just tough it out this last weekend. We got one more weekend, and then maybe we can do some Corona bumps together, and maybe see 9 of you guys, soon or whatever.
I don't have much more to add to that. Just thanks everybody for listening. Hat tip to the moms for joining us and getting out of their comfort zone on a Friday night. They probably had better things to do than jump on here, but it was definitely awesome to change it up a little bit and have them on. So that was great. That was awesome. And yeah, thank you guys all for joining. Check us out at Cool Story Brew 4 on Instagram, and then check out our podcast. As we said, across the board, we just released another podcast a couple days ago. So
link in the comment section.
Spotify link is in the comment section.
Check it out.
All right, we're out. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thanks, guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.